and Nymburk are the visitors in this Group C game in the regular season. It's game day 8 of the Basketball Champions League regular season. And for Gaziantep, it's getting to that now or never moment if they have to get wins to fulfill any aspiration to make the postseason. Not going to be easy against the Nymburk team that are one of the successes of this year's regular season in the Basketball Champions League. Here is the schedule for Group C with 3 games today here in Gaziantep already. Nizhny are underway against Borussia Bamberg. Later on, the nightcap game, Tenerife and Morabar. And tomorrow, Riga will be the hosts of the last game of game day 9 in Group C. Gaziantep got the win over Nizhny in the last game, which leaves them with 2 wins, but still 3 games away from the postseason. So it's beginning to get to those games where they have to win to close the gap on the teams above to try and make the top 4. The win last time against Nizhny was crucial, but they've yet ever to win back-to-back Basketball Champions League games, and no better time or place to do it than today at home if they're going to kickstart a late run to try and make it to the playoffs. This roster for Nymburk has had a marvelous season, really highlighted by 2 guys, really. Wojciech Ruban, coming out of the success that the Czech Republic had in the World Cup. Last 3 games, he's just been phenomenal, 19 points a game. And the veteran, Petr Bender, top scored in the corresponding fixture on game day 2, when the game between these 2 teams went to overtime, and Nymburk came out 2-point winners. So the veteran and the current international really leading that Nymburk lineup. Well, Gaziantep, only 10 guys in uniform today for Coach Markovic. Ivan Buvar, the Croatian, has really set the things moving in Turkey. It's currently the 2nd best rebounder in the Turkish Super League, and if you know the quality of that league, you know how good that is as a stat. A loss against fellow Basketball Champions League teams, Besiktas, at the weekend for Gaziantep drops them to 11th with a 5-7 record in the Turkish league. And Nymburk, well, business as usual as they came up with a huge 114-75 win. It moves them to 16-0 and well on course to get another Czech title. So we'll be introducing a sparse crowd at the moment, but it will fill up. And they really do need to start building some momentum here in Gaziantep. Back-to-back wins will be a first step. Nymburk, after years of battling in the regular season, look like they're well on course to stepping into the postseason. And with this roster that really does play so well as a group, only Tenerife are above them standings at the moment, so they're well on course for postseason action. So Gaziantep, and the inside strength with Buvar and Haggins, I think it really does give this team a chance. Put a run together. Coach Markovic has been much troubled in his time as a head coach. Was in Tenerife for a while, and spells across Turkey and Greece for the Bosnian coach. So getting a look at the third team. We've done the first two teams, so in a moment we'll get a third team announced for you. The three officials for this evening's game. Nymburk have been historically one of those teams that come up with good performances, are always competitive, but fall short of really getting to the sharp end of European competition. But this year, so different. Tough win, game day 2, 74-72. Took overtime. And it took a huge effort from Gaziantep, kept Nymburk to 24 second half points, and that is no mean feat. Gaziantep's problem throughout the whole of this Basketball Champions League season, though, they just have the lowest contribution from their bench. So there's so much pressure on the starters, and the balance in scoring is too focused on the starting lineup, and that has cost them dearly in a number of games throughout the regular season. Stats-wise, there's not a lot to choose between the two teams. Nymburk shoot the two-point shot better with 51% to the 48. But Gaziantep, with just over 32% from the floor, shoot three ball slightly better than their Czech opponent. Here is the third team: Memo Mazzoni, Gvidas Gavillas, and Valentin Olio from Italy, Lithuania, and France, respectively, take charge of this game day 9 action. Basketball Champions League, we're in Turkey. It's Gaziantep against this starting lineup from Era Basketball Nymburk. Rogo Rosic at the point guard spots had a marvelous season. Hayden Dalton and Zach Hankins. Hankins was phenomenal in the game day 2 corresponding fixture. And Bender Ruban, as we highlighted when we saw the rosters, Ruban 19.3 points a game in his last 3 Basketball Champions League performances. And coach Orhan Amil, well, there's a different type of pressure in Nymburk. You're expected to win in the Czech Republic League. You aspire to be competitive in Europe, and this year they are fulfilling those aspirations. Ajeva at the power forward spot, got to do some work on the glass. Crawford's had a really nice Basketball Champions League season. Velelauskas, the Lithuanian point guard, will have to control things. It's about tempo for this Gaziantep lineup and contributions across the roster. If they can pick up more from the bench, they have a real opportunity to get some momentum. Back-to-back wins for the first time. And it's still mathematically possible. And while it's still mathematically possible to make the postseason, that's what you're aiming at. Nenad Markovic, as a head coach, knows how to win. He's got to put some wins together in the rest of this Basketball Champions League season.
Come on, guys, stay. Come on. Come on, bros. Hey, you need to start up. Come back. What the fuck up?
Mazolya'nın hava dişiyle başlamadan önce Era Nymburk karşısında Gaziantep basketbol başarılar diliyor ve hep birlikte güçlü şekilde alkışlıyoruz.
Well, welcome to Gaziantep. Basketball Champions League, game day 8. The home team, Gaziantep, in the home white. And Nymburk currently second in the group in the black uniform. And Nymburk with a first look at the half court. And it's all about tempo for the Czech club. Ruban puts it on the floor. A little floater is no good. Not sure if it's a pass or a shot. Bender on the inside is blocked. And Gaziantep, passive start for Nymburk. Gaziantep in the half court. Crawford moves it back. Crawford gets, well, did have it, but was looking to be aggressive on the cut. Turnover by Buba. (2'5", some would say undersized to play in the center, but he's so fundamentally sound. And with the current trend for smaller bigs, he fits the bill. Ruban, catch and release for two is no good. And corralled in by Buba, and he didn't have to get off the floor for that one. It was big and held to space. Crawford off the down screen, doesn't get. Java gets it off. In the corner, the three is away and filled it up. A nice movement of the basketball. And Orhan Hajjeva gets the nice three. Well, mid-range floater is good. Hankins, as we said, highest valued player in the corresponding fixture, inside out. Buba reverses the basketball. Cinco gets it off. Three is short. Defensive rebound, chance to run. No one went to the glass for Gaziantep. Again, they hit the second side so quickly. Second move, little floater is no good. Batted away. Ruban looks inside. Haggins tries to find a little space inside out. Ruban with a quick release is no good. Great work on the glass. And a two-point putback is good. Whistle on the play. Roko Rožić, as well as being a productive guard, always does those little blue-collar things. Gets on the offensive glass on that occasion, gets the rebound. Just checking some technicalities. Crawford will advance the basketball. Cinco. Shoot off the Crawford, it goes back where it came from. Tough shot, really had to release the pass. Ruban was wide open, but misses the tough one. Ruban in transition, gets to the foul line. Far side of the ring, tough move. It wasn't as if he blew past, but it's such a definite move. Good footwork to get to the far side of the ring for Wojtek Ruban. And Nymburk clicking into gear offensively. Have the 6-3 lead, 7-11 to go in the first. Cinco, it doesn't look to take the catch and release, drops it into the hands of Bender. 4-on-3 break, find the open man and throw that one down. Hankins just said, I'll take that. First trailer down the floor, great line. Great work. Crawford, Buba will hand it over. Cinco does let it go this time. He's short with a three, doesn't get the roll. Aiden Dalton leads the break and kicks. Rožić. Again, he just hesitates, then puts the layup up. And Gaziantep playing no defense. That's the only way to describe it. Trail 10-3, timeout called. And they're going to have to, if they want to get some momentum, if they want to get back-to-back wins, it's going to have to start at the defensive end.
Pick it up. Second time they attack, they make layup. In 3 minutes. Switch, pick it up. Come on, keep playing. Man, you guys tougher. Let's go, tougher. You fell down in the fucking first section.
Well, it's an emotional moment for Coach Markovic. The timeout is an intense place. Apologies if the language offends. And it's more frustration on his part. Well, they could be under no illusions that he's not happy at all with a definite defensive end. Layup after layup for Nymburk. And out of the timeout, Nymburk show pressure. We'll take it out of the guard's hand, Adelauskas, but he gets it up and gets it back. So Runas Adelauskas takes a lot of time though off the offense. Inside of Buva for 2 is good. And Crawford this time gives it up. And Buva responds. Ivan Buva gets the 2. And it's just such a great tempo to the way Nymburk play their offense. Poor shot, misses everything. Crawford leads the bait. Adelauskas in transition, drops it inside for the easy 2. Buvka with back-to-backs. But straight back at you. Hankins with the throwdown. And the layup at one end. And Nymburk just getting to the ring at will. Hankins already has the 6 points, 3 from 4 from the floor. Cinco as a whistle off ball. It's a pretty straightforward thing from a coaching perspective, from sitting here watching the game. Get down, play some defense, and literally stop your man getting to the ring one-on-one. It's not as if Nymburk are blowing past people here. And it's clear from Coach Markovic that they've talked about defending the pick and roll. Not to any effect at the moment. 3 is away in the corner, and sweet. Crawford strokes it. And the one thing you can be sure of is that Drew Crawford can score. Averaging 12 points a game in the Basketball Champions League. Gordon has a look inside, drops it inside. Bender inside out. Dalton with a tough lean away. Buva with another rebound, gives it up. Chance to run, but just about kept alive. Inside, outside. Buva on the 3-point line, lines it up, knocks it down for 3. The last 7 points have all belonged to Ivan Buva. And that timeout has sparked a 7-2 run. And Buva has all his 7 in the last minute or so. Yet another layup for Nymburk. This time, Ruban gets all the way to the backboard. Coach Markovic just cannot believe the ease that Nymburk are getting to the ring. Crawford faces, puts it on the floor in the lane and kicks. Buva's asked for the screen, turns down the pick, step back for Cinco for 3 is short. Now Ruban collects the rebound and foul. Ulusoy picks up the personal. I don't think he liked the transition developing, so he took the foul. Although to be fair, not really that much advantage to Nymburk at that point in time. Checks in. Gaziantep, one of the real massive success stories for the Czech Republic. Not just in the World Cup in China itself, but the qualifiers. Just had a phenomenal run. Tough shot on the inside, and we've got a foul on the plate. And Buvar is just putting in a shift. Hankins picks up the personal. Martin Peterka checks in. 3:20 to go in the first. Buvar's on the free throw line. A bit off balance on the first one. Almost followed it too quickly. Great ball movement. Wojciech in the corner is short with a three. Ball will stay. Good effort on the glass by Aluban. Man just kept it alive enough. Couldn't let Crawford get the rebound. Zinko and Aluban. It's like a extract from Strictly Come Dancing. Whistle on the play. And they get a 5-second violation. Just started so slowly. Just such an efficient shooter. Has had a couple of injury issues. Was averaging 14 points a game in the early part of the Basketball Champions League before the injuries kept him out of the roster for a couple of games. Crawford will take the ball screen back to the middle. Right, foul on the play. And Buvar was winding up for that one. He's questioning whether it was a genuine attempt for it. And if we start calling those as unsportsmanlike, we could be in for long, long games. Nymburk with the foul, steps in off the bench, picks up a personal. Buvar is a 70+% free throw shooter across the Basketball Champions League. He's just carrying his team offensively at the moment. 9 out of their 15 points. Nymburk will take the handoff, turns it down. Wojciech. Aluban in the lane, kicks, turnover, scrap for it, and Gaziantep come up with it, and Aluban. They look at it again, but fortunately, I think they sort of fumbled it. Crawford was gone. Well, Nymburk are in the penalty anyway. So Crawford has a chance to re-establish Gaziantep's lead. And Coach Markovic has got to be happy with the response since that timeout. I'm not totally sure if the defense has become more aggressive, but it's definitely, they've dealt with the pick and roll situation. Offensive rebound is chased down. They don't take advantage, they take a tough one. Booker has it. In transition, will release the ball, gets it. Booker with the handoff. Attacks the middle, inside and kicks. Chika for three is long. And Gaziantep finally get hold of it. Look long, should be an easy two for Crawford. It is. And the effort level has just stepped up from Gaziantep. They just got to slow things down in transition. Yeva with the personal. And he was severely outnumbered. This is Gaziantep's issue now. Coming in off the bench, needs to make contributions. Stefan Jelevac, one of those guys who really could make the contribution. Ruban for two, and complete breakdown defensively. Straightforward switch turned into an easy two for Nymburk. That ties us at 18 again. New ball game, 1:40 to go in quarter one. Poor pass. And Buva's the last person that needs a poor pass. Ruben will sit. Substitutions both ways. Shinko checks back in for Vasiliauskas. Booker off the handoff, turns the corner on the pick and roll. Short roll for the two. Patrica can't get it to drop. Great work on the glass. Orshik is short. And Gaziantep come down with it and look to push. Inside touch early. Got to give him some space to play now. Whistle on the play. And Jelevac try to go to work on Kriz. Has opportunities to go inside outside with Vasiliauskas, but decides to go to work. And Kriz fouls. So Gaziantep will go back to the free throw line. Stefan Jelevac. Like second. Now with 1 to go in quarter one. Sick gets it all tied up, tries to fight through with it, ball's loose. Everybody's on the floor, everybody's on the floor, everybody's on the floor, but Booker comes up with it. 7 on the possession, and then we get a foul. And you got to feel there, and they earned that, Nymburk. They were always the first man to the floor, always trying to keep it alive. So many occasions they're on the floor first again. Great effort though by everybody in a white uniform. Ulusoy was unfortunate he couldn't get it. But Gaziantep still only have committed 3 team fouls. Buva will get his extended break with the quarter. Booker goes long. Effort by Ulusoy is immense at the moment. Booker steps back, is fouled. Ulusoy just got to remain disciplined. The 23-year-old's just got to control that enthusiasm, that aggression. Challenge the shot, but don't foul the three-point shooter. And Booker, after all that effort, would go to the free throw line. Vasiliauskas checks back in.
Sol serbest atışı.
Second one is good. That puts it inside, off the glass for two. Excellent finish, excellent execution. Booker just about keeps it alive. Tricky with a prayer, deep on the shot clock, got a whistle on the play. And I think, was that whistle before the end? Vasilevskis. I think Vasilevskis is going to be charged with the personal. No time on the clock, I think. Well, the crowd don't like it, nor would you expect them to, but I'm just going to check whether the time had expired. Both teams were in the penalty. So they're going to see if the actual time had expired before the foul was committed. And there's the shot. The whistle's gone, but you can't see the clock. Still can't see the clock from that angle. Whistle would have gone just before then. Got a chance here. There's the shot. Can't see the clock over the basket. That doesn't help. There would have been the foul. There's the whistle. Still can't see the clock above the basket, which is... Yeah, time has expired. Time has expired before the ball hit the ring. From that shot, you can see the little clock behind the clock that's not working. So I would... They're still going to go with the two shots. So obviously the foul was committed while the ball was in the air. So time was still running. There cannot be any time left on. But the net effect. And there'll be crowd around here suggesting that the ball knows there wasn't a foul. But Patlika on the free throw line has a chance to make this a one-point game. Federica. Turka on the free throw line. Referees are trying to explain not quite sure if there is time or not time left when they take the second one here. Becomes a null and void debate as he makes the second. And that'll be it. So, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of swings in momentum. Great work by Coach Markovic just to wake his team up as they went down 10-2. But at the end of the first quarter, they lead it 21-20, looking for their back-to-back wins in the Basketball Champions League for the first time ever. Statistically, 57 and 50, nice numbers. 0 for 6 from Nymburk from the three-point line. They only shot the ball 23% in the win at home from the three-point line. Neither team is a team on the top of Basketball Champions League three-point percentages. That's a great response from Gaziantep to a slow start. They lead it at the half, 21-20. Start of quarter two here in Gaziantep as the home team look for back-to-back wins for the first time in their history in the Basketball Champions League. They have the 1-point lead over Nymburk. Nymburk currently second in the group. These two teams so well matched. Cinco is fouled out once. Hayden Dalton was late. Cinco cut the quick catch and release. Everything in rhythm. Eyes right on the target. Hand above the height of the defense early. Great start to this second quarter by Gaziantep. Can't complete the 4-point play. Booker has it. Slices into the gap in the defense. They'll go down to the captain. Ball knocked into his own basket. Trap is on, but they deal with it adequately. Crawford will take the ball screen, gets inside. And again, it's the second time they've made passes with the defense going down to screen. The time it was Metin Hakel. Unnecessary turnover. Rosic. Ruban turns the corner, is fouled. It's just that allowing middle penetration so easily. Ruben down the middle. You see 3 or 4 people have to react. And you can only see Booker's feet, but he's wide open in the corner. Booker. That's Ruban on the comeback on the screen. Booker thinks about it, gives it up. Shik gets it off to Booker. Thinks about the 3, fires it up. His short defensive rebound is pulled in by Hakel. Zalauskas. Early 3 is way off. Defensive rebound is pulled in by Hankins. Great rotation by Crawford. He's going to secure that. That'll be a foul. Excellent effort by Drew Crawford. Bender's going to be charged with the personal. When you're 37 years old, do you really need to be throwing yourself on the floor like this? Crawford is going to run to get that great rotation. And at 37, no regard for personal safety. Great effort by Peter Bender. Crawford down the other end. Zalauskas gets it back. Cinco turns down the ball screen. Kel for the long 2 is short. And it's a little wound up and a little heavy. Rosic needs a pass. There's a whistle. Rosic with the effort to penetrate and kick. Got a little tied up. Rosic on the floor, drops it. Hankins, second move. Just finished the play, couldn't put the dunk, and then turns it over. 3-on-1 break. Crawford for the 2, and he blows a layup too. Chick goes up off the glass and finishes. Rosic. Well, everyone's putting their palms up, but everybody missed gimmies. Zalauskas needs a pass, just about gets it off, gets it back. Inside touch. Inside, outside for Zalauskas for the feet set 3 is short. Chance to run for Nymburk. They've just got to finish plays here. Ruban for 3. Got it! Well, go to the man with a hot hand over the last 3 weeks. Wojciech Ruban, 19.3 points per game. in the last 3 weeks. Strokes the three. Pelt moves it on. Cinco. Tough move off the glass, gets the drop. And they were stuck on 24 for a long time. Almost 3 minutes stuck on that number. Bozic gets inside and kicks, turns it over, 3-on-2 break. Just find the open man. Cinco, catch, release, off balance off the side of the ring. Got to question the decision. Booker blows the layup. And I think you see the problem. Gaziantep, with their shallow bench, run the floor. This is the layup. And then it's 5-on-2 on the glass as two guys just don't get back at all for the home club. Cinco. All right, just opened up. That's Alausis with the two. Luban, feet set for three, count it. And he is in such a rhythm at the moment. Wojciech Luban, back-to-back threes for the Czech international. Bound for the FIBA Olympic qualifiers at the end of the season. It's brutal qualification, but the Czech Republic in there with the best of them. Another foul on the three-point line. Bozic again. Why, oh why, oh why? People foul the shooter right out there. Stefan Helevac will go to the free throw line. Should be points in the bank. Helevac is good from the free throw line. Timeout called. There's no timeout called. I thought everyone was making their way to the bench, but Helevac is on the free throw line. A little bit of confusion. Roko Lozic is charged with the personal. Second is good. Chance to make this a one-point game. Great catch and release. Hayden Dalton, super form. Four to go in the half. Girl passes it up wide open. For the three is long. And Ulusoy has just got to finish that play. Wide open from the three-point line. Whistle on the play. Nymburk with the three-point advantage. think there's an issue of the start and stop on the 24 possession. That's what the official stopped it for. I don't think he was that happy with when the 24-second clock started. What, talking to the technical delegate on the table. Not just about refereeing, got to manage a game here. Intense listening from the table. Meanwhile, with 3:54 to go in the half, Nymburk will inbound, and Sean Booker will find Wojciech Luban. Puts it inside, Bender, mid-range jump shot is sweet. And the veteran opens it out to a 5-point advantage, 3:30 to go in the half. Usoy has it, moves it on. Usoy wide open, winds it up, strokes the three. And takes a huge dent into that 5-point lead. Takes his time, winds it up. Needs space and time to release that one. .318 and a 2-point lead. There's the foul. Crawford called for the reach. Booker, pick and pop action. Bender for three. Oh, well, he had a little bit of a distance finder, a little bit of a sider on the previous possession for the two. Follows it in with a three. Balls loose, everyone again, and Nymburk are they're just on the floor for everything. Buvar gets a little caught up, and Nymburk just drop on it. Watch the little dig at the basketball here. There it is. 3 guys on the floor. Chance to increase the 5-point lead. Only 5 turnovers apiece. As we're under 3 in the first half. Booker. Whistle on the play. Timeout for Gaziantep. They trail by 5 deep in the second half. Right in this, looking for that back-to-back win for the first time ever in the Basketball Champions League. Let's take a listen to Coach Markovic.
First, engage the ball face up on your face. Play defense. Make him put the ball on the floor. He doesn't want to penetrate. He wants to shoot the ball. You understand?
So, in that first quarter, Gaziantep timeout really had an impact. They can finish the half strong, they're right in this. Buvar has it on the inside, they dig and recover. You saw it in the lane. They can't handle the pass, and it was there to finish. Buvar just couldn't handle. Ruben. Nice cut from Hayden Dalton. Bender doesn't get the drop. Great work on the glass. But it finally comes down. Ulusoy has it. He pushes in traffic. Gets to the foul line. They leave him alone. Drops it inside. Turnover again. And their pass to the post is appalling. They're just throwing the ball away. Ruben with the 2. And Gaziantep are their own worst enemy at the moment. At 3 attempts to feed the block and 3 turnovers. Ruben has 14 points on 4 from 5. Ulusoy. A lot of dribble. Now they move it and reverse the basketball. And again, even though Booker got a piece, the entry to the post was interesting to say the least. Crawford tries to shake, gets it off to the 3, is long. That's a box out and a rebound. Booker has a chance to run after the great work on the glass by Hayden Dalton. And that'll be a backcourt. Clock still running. Well, I'm assuming it's still running on the graphic, not in the game, because it's gone back to the 101, so everybody's comfortable, including me. 7-point game, crucial minute here, because Gaziantep cannot let Nymburk open this out to double digits going into the half. If they had to go in 7 down, I think they'd take it. If they can improve on 7, they're in a good place. Sco goes down low. Buvar has it this time. Tries to back in, little lean away. Left-handed jump shot is no good. Buvar on the offensive boards, extra pass. Crawford. Buvar gets it deep, goes with a left hand off the glass, is no good. And their transition defense again. Hayden Dalton. Luban. Nice pass. Oh, they blew the 2-footer. All the way to the ring for 2 is good. Zalauskas gets it and makes it a 5-point game. Quick going the other way. They blow a layup and they've had 2 looks at 2 short ones. 3 seconds to get this away. Cinco nails the 3. We said they'd be happy with 7. They're going to be a damn sight happier with 2. Gaziantep close it out 5-0 and go into the half 39-41 down. And momentum with the home club. Halftime confirmation. Gaziantep with a quick 5-0 run. Trail 39-41 at the half. Stats-wise, 50 and 43, 54 and 30. And Nymburk have just done a great job at taking care of the ball, which Gaziantep have not done, which has generated that 41-39 advantage. Buvar with 9, he got those early. Luban continues to impress. 14 first half points. Massive contribution to Nymburk. So we're going to leave you with some highlights of a fascinating first half. Game of run, game of momentum swing. And we're evenly balanced. 2-point game at the half. Nymburk on the road have the 2-point lead. We'll be back in 10 minutes to see if they can cement their place at the high end of the group, or can Gaziantep get their 2nd win in a row? and stay in contention for the postseason. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Better looks. They have 5 3-pointers now in the game as Cousins pulls up from the mid-range. Doesn't get to Sean Thomas. Goes in and cleans up with the throwdown. In his bounce pass to Justiz.
Banks goes in, throws it up, it goes! How did he make it? Adrian Banks got fouled, just threw it over his head.
Three-on-two break, just have to find the open man, McKissick. Oh! Take that, says McKissick. Unless they can tick it over now, it's going to be undone. Sam Ross, watch out. Oh! Just spikes it.
Back to Franguera. And good hustle. Brandon Brown is going to fly in. Oh, he's going to get swatted by Konate. Not in this house, he says.
They attack the closeout, Hornsby. Oh, what a throw down! Keith Hornsby!
Brown now Banks off the goal. Oh, lovely pass! Stone throws it down. Tyler Stone with the finish.
What a rejection by Johnson. Misses the first, and they need to foul. They get it back for the three. Oh, it's good! The three is good. Marco Filippone. That's why he was in the game. Zoltan Paul to make the two. Filippone has made the three.
Well, welcome back to Gaziantep. Great end to the first half for the home team. 5-0 run brought them to within 2. Said how important it was that they didn't let Nymburk increase a 7-point lead to a double-digit lead. And then they just went 5-0. Nymburk missed 3 at the hoop. Pretty much gimmies to ignite those fast break points for Gaziantep. Ruben with 14 points, as we've been saying since the start of the game. Had a marvelous World Cup with Czech Republic. Has carried that on into the domestic season, and in the last 3 weeks, last 3 games of Basketball Champions League, averaging 19.3 points per game. He's only averaging 9 points a game in the first 5 games, and it's just with the Jaromir Borysek's injuries and being out of the roster for a few weeks, Ruben has taken on so much responsibility, and he has done a marvelous job for this club.
On the top. Okay. You feel make the strength, and then you take the better and don't feel, don't play behind it. So you cannot feel. Right? Get better. You feel, let's give an angle like this. Okay, so you can attack and work. You see the big man here. Avoid our ball, you never feel. Wait to the African ball to start on the right side. You will feel it on the left.
Here we go then, start of the third quarter. And after that 5-0 run, Gaziantep will have possession and a chance to build on the momentum going into the half. Zalauskas gets him into the half court. Crawford finds Zalauskas, gets it back, puts it on the floor, gets to the middle, stops, pops, and little rainbow-like 2 to tie the game at 41. And they literally have not missed a beat in that halftime break. Rosic, nowhere to go, has to skip it. Borysic. Rosic attacks the seam, off the glass, left hand, super little finish. Finds ways to hurt you, finds ways to tick the score over. 10 points personal, 5 from 6. Efficiency personified. Crawford, same play. Little whistle with the offensive foul away from the ball. And Jaromir Borysic does a great job at squeezing through the gap, forcing the movement on the screen. And Buvar picks up the personal. Just a great tempo. Really got to try defensively to take Nymburk out of the tempo. Luban, the ball doesn't stick if it's on the floor or on the pass. Luban looks like he's going up for 3. Great work on the glass by Cinco. We're going to have a held ball, so the ball will go to Nymburk. Buvar was on the floor, surrounded by three, but Nymburk on the possession arrow, come away. Olozic will take the ball screen, gets to the foul line, and kicks. Mid-range two is just dropped so sweetly by Bender. Just rolls back the years on those plays. Always such an effective mid-range shooter. Bender goes to 9 personal. Salauskas. Crawford getting a lot of touches early doors on every set. Well, he did all the hard work, can't finish, but stays with the play really well for the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Drew Crawford stays with it.
Yarım bir boku çek. Faul yapan oyuncu. Drew Crawford 2 serbest atış kullanacak.
Crowd has grown steadily throughout the game, still trying to get behind the home team.
Güçlü alkışlar Crawford için.
Crawford misses the second, but Nymburk just about secure it. Intriguing phase of the game here. Gaziantep, without their depth, they'll be have to pacing themselves almost, but they have momentum right now. They've got to push. Cinco's charged with the foul. Wojcik, it's inside, drops it. Oh! Hankins off the 2 feet, standing, no help, throws it down. He goes to double digits on 5 from 7, and those that have to are performing for Nymburk. Great numbers across the roster. Salauskas turns the corner. Almost didn't want to shoot it, but had to. Crawford outside the 3-point line is long, but they'll get another 14. Cinco. Salauskas looks deep. Buvar's got too much help, can't go inside. Settle for the 3, count it. Sawyer gets the drop from deep. Gaziantep, sorry, gets the drop from deep. 6 points personal. Wojcik moves it on. Bender, feet set for 3 is long. Same team, I think, was the shout. And the ball is turned over. Gaziantep acknowledges the mistake, but just mishandles it. Olozic drops it. Travel, I think. Yep. And there's a little dead leg, I think, for Zach Hankins. Just caught him right on the thigh as he traveled. Frustration. And Nymburk just can't break the game open. Cinco. Crawford in the corner. Buvar's trying to hold his space, but they're doing a great job underneath. Bender's just putting on a clinic of how to fight for defensive, and they get the 3. Cinco with his second 4-point play opportunity. While the battle was going on underneath, the closeout was late, and if it's late, that happens. Olozic just catches him everywhere. Cinco a chance to Gaziantep the lead, 47 apiece. They are just locked Nymburk know that they've got to keep the intensity there. The lack of depth that Gaziantep has been an issue throughout this Basketball Champions League campaign. Cinco gives the home team the 48-47 advantage. Orzic will take the ball screen from Bender. Gets in the lane and is fouled as he tried to pass it off. Buvar acknowledges the foul. Makes the first. His efficiency personified. Doesn't waste a possession. Gets the ball where you need the ball to go. And when it's his turn, shoots very good percentages. And as I say that, misses the second of the 3 throws, and we are tied at 48. I think I'm going to be saying we are tied for a lot longer. Gaziantep. Whistle on the play. And I think that Buvar just didn't need the keyway, and it's a testimony to both defense in and outside the keyway. The pressure on the ball plus the work that Bender is putting in defensively is just exceptional. Buvar's going to sit, unhappy with not getting the basketball. Picks up his 3rd foul, trying to hold his space. Daishon Booker checks back in. Will take the ball screen. Is fouled on the mishandle. Vasilauska's caught on the reach. And the push. Ismail Ulusoy checks in. Booker on the free throw line. As Gaziantep have committed the 4th team foul, so it's going to be a long time in this 3rd quarter. Well, you know Nymburk are going to be the aggressor right now.
ilk atış başarılı bir serbest atıştan kullanacak.
So it gets Gaziantep to the half court, gets it back, turns down the ball screen. Stagger screen, bringing back Cinco to the point. Settles for the 3, is short, doesn't get the roll. That's a job by Luban on the glass. Great control. Bender has it knocked away. Booker has it, 10 on the possession. Trying to space this, give him line, steps back for the 3, is short. And that's a rebound. Big time rebound. Luban's going to be charged with the personal as he went after it. Eddie and Akel just soared and held on. 23 years old, Akel. Beginning of what he hopes is a long career. Oh, nice pass. Oh, they blew the finish, but they couldn't get the rebound. Akel comes up with it. Ulusoy. Cinco gets it back. Ulusoy, feet set, didn't want the 3. Gets to the foul line, he's blocked. 3-on-2 break. Drops it inside. Hankin off the glass is blocked. Hayden Dalton makes a smart decision to pull it out. They go lob to the inside. Hankin has it. Goes up, and they call it offensive. Which he looks a little bit in disbelief at the official on that one. It all got a bit messy right from here. Rebound drops it in. Gets blocked as Hankin on that one. Great work by Dalton to keep it alive. Well, I'm struggling on that one. And I'm with Zach Hankins. But I'm a lot further away than the official. Ulusoy into the half court. Gaziantep looking for back-to-back Basketball Champions League victories for the first time in their history. Cinco. Ulusoy, a lob to the inside. Akel gets away with a little stumble. Can't get it to drop. Booker in transition. That's a travel. Guarantee they'll call that. Hayden Dalton on the extension, not the crossover step. Unless you are very solid with a dribble. This is always going to be a travel. There you go. Pick it up before you put it down. Well, they only turned the ball over around 5 times each in the first half. 4 in this quarter and 3 in this quarter respectively. Make that 4 and 5 and 3. Booker needs a pass. And the pass to Coach Markovic is not the one he wants. Very un-Nymburk-like the last couple of minutes. Ulusoy will advance the basketball into the half court. Crawford, well, after a really quick start to this quarter, has gone a little quiet. Skip pass, open 3 is gone. Count it. Agieva, I think they'll make him 3 for 3. Got to shoot the ball more. He's going to find himself open more. Booker. Spins in the lane, leans back, gets the drop for 2. Almost trademarked that move. And we are tied again at 51. Wow, wide open, Ulusoy for 3 is no good. Great job on the glass by Hayden Dalton. Big time rebound, asked the official for a little bit of help. Luban, turnover. Oh, they struggled to score in the first game between these two in the second half, and he scored 24 points in the whole of the second half. And at the moment, they're playing like that. Crawford wide open, can't get the 3 to drop, got a whistle. Both teams have completely lost their offensive rhythm. 1:56 to go in the third, and we are locked at 51. Free throw just gets the friendly roll. Booker will move it into the half court. Ruban, extra pass. Booker doesn't take the 3, steps back, takes the tougher 2. That's a great job on the glass by the home team. Grukas gets the rebound, but everyone boxed out. Oh, what a block. They have block written all over it, all the way through the penetration. Ruban just says, you've got to bring me more than that. Ulusoy goes up, And Ruben just says, not enough. Bring me a bit more next time. 1:28 to go in the third. 1-point game. The Gaziantep run out of steam. Or will the home crowd momentum carry them on? Never had 2 wins in a row in the Basketball Champions League. So it drops it inside. They blow the 2-footer. In the lane is blocked. Great follow, can't get the drop here. Put it on the floor and blocked. Eva doesn't like the call. Rosic goes up. Eva gets 1 block. Great follow, they can't get the finish. Eva comes up the second block, but goes all the way across Martin Kree's arm. And Krees on the free throw line. This to tie the game again. Krees, by his own admission, will tell you he's not on this team for his offense, but has got to make his throws. Makes the second. And we are tied at 52 apiece, 105 to go in the third. Vasiliauskas checks back in. Soft press by Nymburk, just takes a little bit of time out of the set. Vasiliauskas moves it on. Open in the corner for 3 is no good. That's going to hit the stanchion. And Grutas was open, got to stroke that. All looked a little bit rushed. Rosic is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. And you may as well put these in the book. Jaromir Rosic. Consistency, middle name. Just strokes this from the free throw line. Great rhythm, and will shoot it exactly the same wherever he is. It's the first. It's 80+% across the Basketball Champions League. Chance to make this a 2-point game, which he does. Last minute of this third quarter, and the pressure's on now. This is one of those games, as Nymburk showed, the little matchup zone. 3 is no good. Defensive rebound. Rosic has it. Shot clock turned off. 10 seconds remain. Rosic lines up the 3, is short, and it hits the equipment. So they've given Gaziantep literally just over 4 seconds to try and tie or even lead the game. But we are poised. This is set up for a fourth quarter. No one has a foul to give, so you do not want a crazy foul here if you're a Nymburk fan. Oh, ball knocked away by Booker. And the prayer from the halfway line is not answered. Now we have reached the end of the third, and we are deja vu time here. Nymburk lead it by 2. 54-52 on the road here in Gaziantep. Well, the numbers are going down by quarter. And I think a little bit now, we're in one of those games, it's pressure becomes the name of the game. And which team will deal with it better. So here we go then, start of the fourth. Gaziantep, real chance here for their first ever back-to-back Basketball Champions League wins. Nymburk trying to retain control of their destiny at the top of the group. Buvar can't get it to drop. Whistle on the play. Zerko picks up the offensive foul. They go lob to the inside. Buvar has it. Turn around with the right hand. He's no good. Just needs a little bit more composure right there. Sean Booker. Dalton steps off the block. Booker with a mid-range two is no good. Great work by Crawford. And he needed some help from Buvar, but got it. Vasiliauskas into the half court. You can feel the pressure, the tension. Vasiliauskas, extra pass, they turned it down. Crawford now is wide open and cannot make the three. And Buvar's just going to work on the glass. Second leading rebounder in the Turkish Super League. Just is a colossus to box out. Just holds his space.
Kendisinin 3 takımın ikinci faulü.
You're going to have to go long. Senko gets it off to Vasiliauskas. Who will lean away too is poor. The Yelovac will not be happy with that one. Dalton fires up the three. Catches the front of the ring, comes off Crawford. And that'll give Nymburk probably an opportunity they did not deserve. Not about what you deserve and what you don't deserve, it's what you make of it. Yelovac will sit, not in rhythm at all. Hayden Dalton will hand it off, get rid of it. All right, sick. There's a whistle. I'm not sure if we're going to go back and see if there's a problem on the table again. silence in the gym at the moment, trying to work out where we are. Well, we've got a 9-second reset on the sideline. Borshik puts it on the floor to the corner. Booker, feet set, and one. Well, quite remarkable. That's something like the 5th and 1 on the three-point shot in tonight's game. Crazy, crazy, out of control. And Vasilevskis picks up the personal. Chance to make this a 5-point game. Vasilevskis with his full foul will check out. First foul as a team for Gaziantep in the fourth. Ooh, they're going to count that as 2. Oh, they're going to go 1. Let's have a look. Trying to work that one out. Yeah, they're giving it 2, quite rightly. Great work by Booker. Generates the turnover. Should be an easy 2. Is an easy 2. Jericho gets the 2. Timeout for Gaziantep. That's a horrendous 10 seconds for the home club. The 4-point play that turned into a 5-point play. The turnover. That's a 7-0 run for Nymburk in the blink of an eye. Let's see what Coach Markovic makes of that.
Fucking dribbling here. They play 2-2-1 no press. One guy in the middle, pass and bring the ball. What you are practicing in the practice? Where is the fucking concentration?
Again, Markovic very emotional. Apologize if you're offended. It's great to get into the timeout because you really get an insight about what's supposed to be happening. But it's quite an emotional place. Seen already, Coach Markovic really gets into that. So apologies for any offense caused. Great job on the glass here by Nymburk. Both ends dominant.
Jump, pass, steal inside, move. You gotta move it. And shoot me the fucking top to the basket. Go out. Go.
1, 2, 3. Next time, next time. Energy and focus, energy and focus. Finish this game out.
So Coach Markovic very frustrated. Gets right back in the game, has the momentum. Then a 7-0 run on the back of a 7-0 run, absolutely. On the back of the 3. Tried to knock the ball out on the free throw that goes in. That becomes a 5-point play, and then the turnover and the breakaway. What was a 1-point game is a 7-point game, and I think it all happened in 10 seconds. Crawford drops it inside. Move up. Feels a little heat, goes with the left hand, tough move. Tough move with the left hand to the middle. Exactly what his team needed. Booker pulls up, is long. Whistle on the play, that'll be a foul on Nymburk on the glass. That'll be their 3rd team foul. Still 7:30 to go in the game. Hayden Dalton charged with the personal. Crawford outside the 3-point line. Buvar wants. It's a clear line. He's got to get a touch. Then they're going to bring him out for the pick and roll. And you've got to say, they get the switch so they can go inside. He'll feel the double team now. And it becomes very complicated. Buvar's open. Give him a touch of the basketball. Feels the double, feels the triple team. Bursik in the lane, kicks, just turns it over. And then Nymburk again having troubles closing this one out. Extra pass, Crawford open again. Can't get it to go. Short, they're gonna hunt that one down. Ball's in the air, who's coming up with it? Knocked away, chance of Buva, 2-on-1 break. Goes up, off the glass and blows the layup. Crawford follows, his foul. It's just got that feel about it. Turkis saves it, ball's knocked. Buva has Hagayeva with him, doesn't use him. Meanwhile, Hankins is back. Buva gets a rest, Bender is back. So Nymburk bring in the guys they want to close this game out with. Hagayeva. Let's talk it over. Crawford's got to make these. Chance of 2 in a row in the Basketball Champions League. You'd hate for it to go begging because of poor free throws. Makes the second. Now we have a 5-point game. Rogic into the half court. Gets the handoff. Bender spots up outside. They go ball screen. Hankins will roll. Luban. 7 on the possession. Luban gets to the middle, handles it. Yeah, his hands all over it. No one should have a problem with this. You put your hands on the man with the basketball. Let's have a look. No, here we're fine. Everything's fine. There you go. As soon as you put a palm of the hand on someone, either way, it makes the referee's job a little easier. 5:50 to go in the fourth. Game on the line here for Gaziantep. I think they've had to tech him. Yep. Coach Markovic picks up the technical foul. Everyone trying to look innocent on that bench. Luban makes the technical, and possession is still with Era Nymburk. Turn it over. Every time you think Nymburk have control, they conspire to let Gaziantep back in. Deep in the corner, and Shinko knocks the 3 down. And we're back at 3, 13 personal. Little pick and roll action for the easy 2. And Bender again settles it all down. Settles it all down and gets the easy 2. Bender, 11 points personal. Yeah, back, way off. Almost went looking for it. Chance to run here for Nymburk. Orzic lines it up, puts it up, knocks it down for 3. Back out to 8. Let's not mess about. I'm open, I'm knocking it down. Oh, he turned down the 3 off the penetration. Crawford is off again with a 3. He's had a woeful time in this second half. from the corners. I think that makes it about 0 for 5 from that corner shot. Rosick gets his own rebound. Little floater on the putback is good. And it was at 3. It's now at 10. And Nymburk finally look like they're establishing some real supremacy. Long time to go. Timeout. That's a solid fourth quarter performance so far from Nymburk. 14-6 on the quarter. 10-point lead. So important to have a Gaziantep. They have to start this now. Still time here. Down 10. Low scoring game though. Buvar with a handoff. Yelovac looks underneath. Buvar tries to create space. They turn him down again. Penetration is good. Good finish. And one. Usoy with the 2 and 1 to come. Dalton gets beat on the dribble. Hankins comes over. Dalton fouls him. Turnover. Exactly what they need, but they turn it straight back over. Wojciech doesn't get the 2 to go. Will have to go to the free throw line. Wojciech Ruban. Gaziantep, it was there, and Ruban just snatched it back.
İsmail'in 4. faulü. Rakip Ruben serbest atış kullanıyor.
Chance to make this a double-digit lead again. 3:38, still enough time, but Gaziantep have to stop hurting themselves. We saw it. Cinco is long. Great work on the glass again by Nymburk. They all boxed out. Bender with the ball screen. Rosic slips, gets it off. Fluban, 8 seconds on the possession. This one's going up. Feet set, fires the 3, is off. Defensive rebound, chance to run. They need things quickly now. They've had some great comebacks already, but they're not at the pace. Buvar will reverse it. Sets the ball screen. They line up. Yelovac for 3 is off, and he's just not in rhythm at all. And you can only play with your shoes on. Cinco lost the shoe.
Gaziantep basketbolu Stefan Yelovac ve Hocam Çinko yerine Orhan Aşiye'yle sarı masmasıyla söz oyunda.
So Nymburk trying to manage this one out now. 2:30 to go, up 10. Rosic will take the ball screen. Hankins will roll, only a shallow roll. Has to now do some work. Great find. Luban just strokes it from the corner. What a second half to the season Luban is having. Literally averaging over 19 points a game in the last 4 games. And he hasn't finished yet tonight. Lauskas, nice pass. Crawford with a throwdown. Whistle on the play. Crawford will go to the free throw line.
Faul yapan oyuncu 32 numara Rokovic. Drew Crawford 2 servis atış kullanacak.
And Crawford makes the first. .130 to go. Need a stop right now. 3 possession game. Almost. Luban handles, goes upstairs for the finish from Hankins. He waited, and then he just floats it. Hankins had a clean lane. Cute little play, 75-64. A Gaziantep have huffed and puffed. But Nymburk almost over the line here.
Basket faul kararı. İvan bir de servis atış kullanacak.
Uvar puts it on the floor, uses his body so well. And you've got to say, Gaziantep really don't steal at this stage of the season. Appear to know how to get him the ball enough. 8-point game, minute and 10. A stop and a score would really make it interesting. Feels the double team, finds the open man. Almost turns it over. Rogic just about recovers it. Is fouled as he tried to kick it off with 7 seconds on the possession.
İsmail Cengoğlu 5. faulü kenarda alkışlar İsmail için. Erol Cançinko oyunda.
Usoy will sit. Hankins on the inside, spins, goes with the left hand for 2. Hankins has had another solid night. Got to put the ball up, surely. Crawford penetrates. Oh, they take the 2. And it's not the first time I've had some issues with the table at Gaziantep or the equipment. I think we've sorted ourselves out. And only 21 seconds remaining. This one looks like it's in the book. Nymburk. And in particular, Wojtek Luban have had another great night at the office. Luban for the two, just drops it and underlines just how good he is performing at the moment. And Nymburk come to Turkey, come to Gaziantep, a team looking for two in a row. And they just are professional and they get the job done. They win it 79-69. That's the game, those are the games that Nymburk would have lost in the past. They are at a different level this year. How good? Time will tell, but that is an excellent performance on the road against a Gaziantep team looking to do something they've never done before, win two in a row. And this little shot from Luban at the end just sums it up. Wojtek Luban in the form of his life. Great for Nymburk, great for Czech Republic basketball. Great support from the veteran Petr Bender. Hankins did a great job. And Nymburk put the pressure and keep the pressure still on Tenerife at the top and make life very difficult for Gaziantep to get any momentum, to have any chance of getting through to the postseason play. There are the numbers. 59, still only shoot 25% from the three, and that'll go up as Boychik gets healthier. Just a solid performance by Nymburk. Great on the glass, 20 assists. They always pass the ball really well. So it's another excellent day at the office for Nymburk. They stay towards the top of the group. And Luban moving towards, again, averaging over 19 points a game. Rogers was again excellent. And they are genuine. They are a genuine contender. Hope you've enjoyed that one. We'll leave you with some highlights of another solid performance by the #1 team from the Czech Republic. But for now, from Gaziantep, it's good night.